Hello, today we will be doing some stretches to get into our hips and our lumbar spine, our lower backs. So let's get started in Supine Konasana. Soles of your feet together, open your knees out wide like a book. Lay down on your back. Bring your chin slightly into your chest to elongate your neck. Bring your left hand on your heart, your right hand on your stomach. Let's just take a couple grounding breaths together. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out your nose. Pay attention to your belly breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Bring your feet to the mat. Bring your right ankle to your left knee for a figure four variation. Right toes are flexed towards your knee. Start to lift your left leg off the mat. Bring your hands around the back of your knee. And start to pull your knee into your chest to really deepen the stretch. Make sure you're opening that right hip. Try to send your right knee out while still pulling your left knee towards your chest. Take one more breath. Start to bring your left foot back down to the mat. Your right foot will meet it. Take an inhale here. And exhale. Now bring your left ankle to your right knee. Left toes are flexed. Start to lift your right foot up off the mat. You can interlace your hands under your knee and start to bring your right knee into your chest. Open your left knee out to really get into that hip, and at the same time pull your right knee into your chest. Both feet are flexed here. Make sure you're taking deep inhales and deep exhales. Take one more breath. Start to make your right foot back down to the mat. Left foot comes down to meet it. Inhale here. As you exhale, start to hug your knees into your chest. Just give them a squeeze. Start to make circles on your spine towards the right. Do 3. Now do 3 circles to the left. Come back, find a static posture. Inhale. Now start to rock and roll the length of your spine. We'll do this 5 times. And when you're ready, place your hands on the mat in front of you. And bring your right leg back into a low lunge. Drop your right knee down and push into your left knee. Bring your hands to your left knee to really get into that right hip flexor. You might need to walk your left toes a little more in front of you just to deepen that stretch. Make sure your hips are squared forward, left hip back, right hip forward. And go a little deeper. Take one more breath here. Now change. Bring your right foot back to meet your left. Inhale here. As you exhale, bring your left foot back for a low lunge. Drop your left knee down. We're gonna start getting into the left hip flexor now. Really lunge into that right leg. Maybe even walk your right foot a little more towards the front of your mat to deepen the stretch. Make sure your knees aren't jutting out. They should be staying forward over your toes. Bump your right hip back, your left hip forward, and go a little bit deeper. Take one more breath. And change. Bring both feet out into a plank position and drop your hips for an active upward facing dog. So your toes are going to be curled under. You're just lifting your hips down. The only thing on the mat is your hands right now, and you're looking up towards the ceiling. Inhale here. As you exhale, toes stay curled under. Drop your knees down to the mat. Push your hips up towards the sky. Your back is arched. The last thing to come down to the mat is your head through an active child's pose. We're going to roll in and out of up dog and child's pose a few times. This should feel really good on your lower back. As you inhale, roll all the way up. Your spine is rolled towards the ceiling. Come into an up dog. Only thing on the mat is your hands. Look up. As you exhale, drop your knees. Lift your trunk towards the ceiling. Back is arched. Last thing to come to the mat is your forehead. Inhale, roll your spine towards the ceiling. Lift your knees off the mat, look up, back is arched. As you exhale, drop your knees to the mat. Keep your back arched, trunk towards the ceiling. Roll all the way down into child's pose. Let's just do that one more time. Inhale, roll your body, spine is rolled towards the ceiling. Lift your knees off the mat. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, drop your knees. Keep your back arched and roll your way into a child's pose. Inhale here. And exhale. As you inhale, come back into an upward facing dog. Look up. And this time you're going to exhale into a downward facing dog. So pushing equal weight into the mat. Arms are straight. You're pushing your chest towards your thighs. Legs are straight as well. It's okay if your heels don't touch the mat just yet. They will one day. Inhale your right leg high. Toes are all down. Bump your right hip down towards the space. Drive your heel up a little bit higher. Inhale. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee to right wrist. Let your left leg out long. On your inhale, give yourself a little bit of a back bend. Push into the mat, look up. And as you exhale, start to fold over that right knee. Forehead to the mat. Let your arms hang heavy. Take 3 deep breaths here. Just take one more breath. Start to walk your hands back towards your knee. Give yourself one more back bend. Look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, curl your left toes under. Lift your right leg back up into a 3-legged dog. Listen carefully. You're going to bring your right foot towards your trunk and open that hip out. Take one more breath here. Exhale back to 3-legged dog. Straighten that right leg. And come back into a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift your left leg high. toes are facing down. Bump your left hip down and now drive your heel even higher towards the ceiling. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your left wrist. Your right leg goes out long. Give yourself a little bit of a back bend, push into the mat, look up. And exhale, fold over that left leg. Just like the other side, we're gonna take a few breaths here. Just breathe and stay centered, stay focused. Take one more breath. Start to walk your hands back towards your knee. Give yourself one more back bend. Look up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, curl your right toes under. Lift your left leg up towards the sky. Straighten that leg. Now listen carefully. Bring your left foot towards your trunk and open up that hip. Take one more breath here. Come back into a three-legged dog, straighten that leg, and bring it down into a downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, just start to walk your feet towards the center of your mat. Sit down on your trunk. We're going to do a separate leg stretch. Your left leg bends, the sole of your left foot is on your right inner thigh. Your right leg is out diagonally, right toes are flexed. Inhale, lift your arms up, basket weave grip. Exhale, pivot towards your leg and fold over. This is an intense stretch. It doesn't matter how deep you go, it just matters that you feel it. One more breath here. And change. Just switch out your legs. The sole of your right foot now comes on your left inner thigh. Left toes are flexed towards your knee. Left leg is out diagonal. Inhale, lift your arms up, basket weave grip. Exhale, pivot towards your left leg and fold over. Bring both arms onto that left leg, squeezing them together. Take one more breath. Come back to center. Sit in Dandasana, bring both feet out in front of you. With your hands, take your trunk and move the flesh away from the mat. Toes are flexed towards your face. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, from your hips, keep your chest up high, start to fold over. And then at the last second, you can start to bring your forehead towards your knees, or wherever you are, just breathe. Your toes are flexed here, they're active. Go a little bit deeper, yes you can. Start to rise back up and make your way down to your backs. Slowly and controlled, find happy baby. Grab the outer edges of your feet. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked into your chest to elongate your neck and your tailbone is rolled down to the mat. Bring your knees into your armpits. And massage your spine. Just slowly rock. Side to side. Deep inhales. Deep exhales. When you're ready, find a static happy baby. Straighten your right leg. If you're comfortable here, you can start to pull your right toes towards your face. Come back into a normal happy baby, bend that right leg. And straighten the left leg now. If you're comfortable here, you can start to bring those left toes toward your face. Come back into a happy baby. Squeeze both feet together. Bring your left leg out long, toes are flexed. Your right knee comes up and around your rib cage. While you're squeezing your knee into your rib cage, drive your left heel into this space and you should feel a stretch in your left hip flexor. Inhale here. As you exhale, with your left hand, take your right knee up and over to the left. I like to keep my hand on this knee, just cactus out my right arm, and look right. The earth is holding you up so you can let go of your glutes. You don't need to use any of your muscles right now. Just take 2 more breaths. Make sure both shoulders are on the space. Bring that right leg back up and around your ribcage. Just give it a squeeze on its own. Bring your left leg into meet, give them both a squeeze. Now your right leg goes out long, toes are flexed towards your face. Your left knee comes up and around your ribcage. As you're squeezing your knee into the ribcage, drive your right heel down into the mat, and you should feel a deep stretch in your right hip flexor now. Take an inhale here. Now bring your left knee up and over to the right. I like to keep my hand on my knee. I'll just cactus out my left arm and look left. You can relax your body, your glutes don't need to hold you up here. You can relax your muscles. Just take 2 more breaths. Both shoulders are on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, let something go. Bring that left knee back up and around your ribcage. Give it a squeeze. Bring your right knee in to meet it. Give them both a squeeze. Bring your chest to meet your knees. Give yourself the biggest hug of the day. Squeeze your entire body in together. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your legs down. Your arms come by your side for final Shavasana. Just take a few breaths in this space. Take your tongue off the roof of your mouth. Relax your eyebrows. Take 1 more breath. As you exhale, bring both legs together. Bring your arms up over your head. You can even arch your back just a little bit for a full body stretch. Start to roll over onto the left side. Your head is on your left bicep. Tuck your knees in for fetal position. Just take 1 breath here. As you exhale, start to push into your space and find a comfortable seated position. Bring your hands to your chest. Bring your hands to your third eye center. Bow to yourself. Namaste.